I realized like, man, the clientele started to grow, and when your clientele start to grow, you don't want to left certain people out, especially the ones that been there from like day one. I think they deserve an opportunity to like get a spot, not come and wait for. You understand?
Welcome to the Entrepreneurship podcast with X.T.C. I'm Shalonda.
I'm Tristan.
And I'm Chris.
As an entrepreneur starting or growing your business, you may have a destination, but the journey getting there can be a trip. We want to be your travel companions and inject a dose of X.T.C as we explore real-life conversations about navigating the world of entrepreneurship in the U.S. and the Caribbean. Come take this trip with us.
Hi, trippers. Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneurship. I've seemed to have been on a roll. My girl Shalana has taken the back seat, kicking back and allowing me to be the lead of these conversations. And the reason why is because when you get great people, how to say, it'll come with a certain kind of build up. You gotta walk your way up to these kind of things. And the guy that we're about to be talking about, Angel's great. He's great at making you look great. He's great at making you feel great. His service is royal. This is my barber from Royalty Cuts. Like, don't slouch on him. Don't slouch on him. I want to say we go way back, but we're about to get into this story of service and quality service. All right, so you guys just sit tight, kick back, grab your little glass, because I want to know what you're sipping while you're tripping. That's your little segment. You know what'll be funny is every time you come out of that segment, how the guests are them to look, they'll be like, "Oh shit, these guys get little animations and parks running through this thing." Like they're like this a real show.
Shout out to Nadia for that.
Yes.
Right.
So guys, what y'all drinking? Before we start this show, you know how to talk a lot, so we got a little wet throat in. What is we drinking? I scared to ask Chris. Shalana, you tell me what you drinking.
Listen, I have had enough cafecito to last me 3 days. I am fueled up on caffeine. So right now, agua solamente.
Joey, what you doing? No, look, hit us with some like high-end royalty stuff, like, health is wealth. I don't have to be able to do this because, like, we're such gurus. What you drinking, Joey?
Water.
Wata.
Chris, this is why I like when you go before me, because it taught us like to pick our poison wisely. What you get for me today, Chris?
Well, I got the pick me up. I've got the bring me down. And I've got the level me out. So
The triple threat.
Yep.
And Chris, I gotta let me down slow. I only want to be let down slow today, So I get me a little fossil fuel. That's what we gonna call it.
fossil fuel.
A little fossil fuel. To let me down slow.
It's clear. Do we
Y'all
have
ever been
a
in
do we have a
it's like being in
vodka,
a
a
hot
rum?
air balloon. They keep pulling the gas, and then like when you pull the gas, it don't necessarily let you up. And it's like that's how we treated this. So let's
All right.
unpack. All right, so we have Joey here with us today, and this is a guy I speak really, really highly about. Not because I know him, but because I really respect his craft and what it is he to do. And I don't want to say that's just it, and how deep he goes into his craft. A lot of us take for granted the people that take care of us. You see what I'm saying? So before I go on any interviews, before I do certain things, the one person I visit all the time is my barber. Because we gotta look good, we gotta feel good, and it's all about presentation when we hit these segments, these are milestones in our life. Imagine walking into an interview looking like Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois. You know how that sound, you know that kind of way. But when you walk in and you clean cut, and you just have this different feel, you're more confident. It really builds everything about you up. And this is the guy whose chair I'm gonna sit in every time. I had a saying that people don't find really funny, but I've been more loyal to the barbers in my life than
Mm.
women in my life. You know what I mean? You see, he don't start laughing because he know to say it all the time, but that's just it. I can only count my barbers on one hand. I tell you, Salvador, Eddie. I have my cousin. We don't call him Bim. I can't remember what Bim real name is. Malik. From
Malik.
Malik, I refer me to Denny.
And
From
yeah,
Denny end up leaving, and then he throw me to Joey, and that's it. If I get anybody else in between, it gotta be for a quick hit and miss, and that gotta be because Joey gotta be out of town. He can't even be on island. He can't be anywhere. And even before that, I'd sit and wait. You know what? If I don't believe me, just look back at the first episode. Not even first episode, but the first season. And then y'all gonna see like I coming in a little rough and these are different things. But I'll turn it over
Well,
to Joey a little
let
bit.
me just jump in there and say thank you, Joey, because during the break, our boy was looking rough,
rough.
and you cleaned him up for season two, made
Yeah,
him
yeah.
camera ready so he don't
Look,
scare our listeners.
no
So
missing no episode. Been clean every episode in season two's thing. Y'all ain't even want to know I ain't gonna say the extreme we don't go to. I don't call Joey the shop close at 5. Joey ain't gonna be there until 5:30, please. I shouldn't be saying this here because other people gonna be like, gotta get preferential treatment. But this is the kind of service you'll provide. Joey, just tell us a little bit about yourself, like how long you been barbering and stuff like that.
Well, basically, I been doing this from the age of 17, so that gonna
Mm.
make it like 22, 23 years right now.
wow.
And never been employed by anybody, just been cutting here all my life.
Wow.
Mhm,
I got skills in other stuff, but barbering is my main thing. So I do every day. Yeah,
mhm.
yep. That's my
Perfect.
passion.
Mm.
Boom. That's the passion. Tell
Mhm.
us what it is you do your past and what you do for fun, Joey.
For fun. I read and research that into health and fitness all day. I mean, I just come off a 60-mile ride.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, something hours. Yeah, that's staying healthy and staying active is like that's what I do in my spare time. Other than family, reading. Yeah, that's me all day. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
60-mile ride, you say or no?
yeah.
Wow.
My legs are went numb when you said I do it. Like, what?
Yeah,
How the hell do you walk after that?
uh,
Dude.
yeah.
That's
And that's
impressive. That's impressive.
I was going to say only average people gonna be entrepreneurs and they hate us for something like a 60-mile ride. So walking from here to the fridge, I was getting me vexed. He like, yeah, I just saw a 60-mile ride. This way it is. You were asking for me at like 8 o'clock, but I couldn't hop on at 8. I needed 3 hours to complete the ride. Hop on
Yeah.
from the ride. We do catch up fresh and just hop on the camera.
That's it.
But it's the
Yep.
kind of guy Joey is, man. I brought you here because I really wanted to talk about service. Because I think you provide like a phenomenal service. When the pandemic I hit, to me was so far ahead of the game because you already doing cuts by appointments, and just always going above and beyond for your customers. You could tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So yeah, the appointment thing. I started doing like 2 years prior to the pandemic. It was a choice I made because I realized like man, the clientele started to grow, and when your clientele start to grow, you don't want to left certain people out, especially the ones that been there from like day one. I think they
Mhm.
deserve an opportunity to like get a spot, not come and wait for. You understand? So I had like my regulars waiting, and I like, man, I gotta find something that I could at least put them in place so they don't have to wait. So I started, the appointment by phone call, and then I developed or I researched and I, came up with this app that you could book clients and
Mm-hmm.
take away the stopping and answering the phone or texting,
Yep.
so that saves some time. And then I introduced it to the island because after I researched and I started using it, I went around and tell other barbers to use it and teach them about it and stuff like that. But when I started to use it, that was the best thing I ever did.
Mm.
You start to accommodate more people, everybody. Some people don't like it because time management in day life is not as important. So
Oh,
really,
Joey, I love you because you talk in my language. That's why Tristan laughing, because I am like, listen, the only resource that we cannot roll over, this ain't no cell phone plan, is time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And, you know, I love my people. I'm from the island, but we're not the best at time management. Like, always late. Come on, man. So when you
yeah,
say that you can book an appointment to
yeah,
come to your shop,
Mm.
what I'm hearing is one, I ain't got to wait.
Yep.
definitely.
Two, I get personal service because you said with this app now you don't have to be picking up the phone. You don't need to be answering text. So that gives you the space to really focus on your client.
Yep,
You focus on me, my son.
yeah,
Now I understand Tristan why you don't go to Joey.
Eh,
And we even love Joey even more. Cause not only that he got you looking right and tight, but he like running his business right and
Right
tight.
and tight. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow. From a
yep,
customer service perspective, that's amazing. And I think there's opportunities for other businesses
Yep.
to learn that because I don't know if you guys been looking at this Facebook and social media. Some businesses on the island been getting some hits because people are
Yeah.
tired of getting less than optimal customer
Mm.
service on the island.
And and that's the thing with Joey for me is that as an entrepreneur, the one thing I feel like the first thing we really start to respect is time. But Joey
Mm-hmm.
just didn't even do that with the app for me. What like really kick it to me though is when Joey, I didn't know most barbers to do eyebrows. I didn't know most barbers to cater to a female clientele. And
Mm-hmm.
Joey just like caters himself to that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not even about just cutting hair. But let's say Chris wanted to a new product or something new came out. Joey sit on there and start talking to you about it. Hey, Chris, what do you think about this? You'll be using gel? Well, I read this gel to dry your hair, this to do this. Um, and Joey's just a wealth of knowledge. When you sit in his chair and just wait is you come to do. Sometimes it's like a whole lot more in that kind of
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
way. And that's it. What a prompt you to do that.
Well, basically, like when you have clients, is more than just a pay me and go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
Is relationship, is a friendship. You and then that's the thing when somebody booking with you consistently, you build a bond. So now I
Right.
know Tristan know me. I could ask Tristan a lot of stuff that I know he into. He could ask me because we don't learn each other over time. And then
Mm-hmm.
I could introduce him to stuff. I could ask question, and then we don't help each other out in all kind of stuff. You
Mm.
know.
We talking about
And
going in the
I don't know. Let me ask this question of the gentleman because I know as a lady, I haven't had a hairdresser in years. Since I leave
Mm-hmm.
St. Croix, went to Minnesota. My daughter and I do our own hair now. But when I
Oh,
used to go to a hairdresser, she was more than doing my hair. She was kind of like my therapist, right? All the shit that been on your mind, you talking to your hairdresser or your barber about. So is that the same type of relationship and bond that you create with your clients?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That.
Sometimes the client going through a bad day, and you just have to listen and show them like, hey, sometimes you gotta take it easy, don't stress too much, don't sometimes
Mm.
that 45 minutes to an hour you could actually change somebody thought.
Mm-hmm.
You not estimated, but it do happen. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they come out, they upset, and you could just calm them down, tell them, hey, ain't that serious, just take
Mm-hmm.
it easy, really the work. Yeah, yeah. And
Awesome.
of course,
Off.
but
Don't just come out
is
with a
one.
fresh cut. You come out with a fresh perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So what we gonna do, because these two love to respect time so much, the clock been at zero for a little while. Let me take a detour, Chris. So Joey, this is my segment. Because
Okay.
sometimes we didn't want to call it like the devil's advocate. Everybody agree with everything all the time. And I just
Uh,
come up and be like, all right, so we're talking about providing service, go above and beyond. Why is that
yeah.
important?
Why is that important to go above and beyond?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So from my point of view, I think that all clients deserve the best service. I
Mm-hmm.
feel more time we have to leave, go to the States to get good service. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel my people the best. I literally believe my people deserve the best. So I gonna treat them the best. I
Mm-hmm.
gonna go out and like I don't tell my clients, you deserve to look like a movie star.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I want you to look like a movie star. You gonna watch it on TV and feel like you can't look like a movie star. Nah, you could look like a movie. I could make you look like a movie star.
Mm.
So that's why I don't go over and beyond for my clients.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had a client that ever make you feel like you don't want to provide that kind of service? Because we don't focus on businesses and talk about how businesses don't provide a certain kind of quality service. However,
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's an individual that come in. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes individuals come in and they just had a negative energy about them. Like, how you deal with that situation?
So it all depends. Some people, most elder, they want too much. They probably just want a quick, nice, decent. They want you to go above and beyond. That's okay. I mean, I can force you, but I could introduce you to new stuff. If you don't want it, it's okay because everybody can be the same. You
Mm.
Right.
understand? But once I ask you, hey, you want an extra, you want to look extra, and once they say, yeah, you got, you know. But if they say food, because not everybody wants the extra, and that's okay.
You ever
Mm-hmm.
had anybody that you kind of way that you had to turn away?
They turn away only like I only turn away people if I say like you come in my chair and I like your hair needed to wash and I tell you on more than one occasion because of course if you didn't know you didn't know. But if I
Mm-hmm.
tell you like you gotta wash your hair because it's not sanitary wise and stuff like that, wash for book an appointment to get your hair washed. 'Cause I wash hair also.
Mm-hmm.
So I told, tell you once or twice, you keep doing it, I go reach a point that I just can't do it, because in fear that your hair is not washed or it's extremely dirty and my next client could come in and see
You're using the
what's
same.
going on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel, right that, hey, this is my hair, I look so, and, that messing with my business. So
Right.
Mm.
once I do and stuff like that and you keep doing it, then I got to put a stop to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let me jump in real quick. Let me detour this because usually when you hear of a barber, you think it's a man thing. Like that's only for man. The same way you think of hairdresser is like a woman thing. It's only for woman. But interestingly enough, my girlfriend was like, I want to cut my hair really low, but I need a barber who can make me still look like a woman and not give me these sharp edges, but still give me that feminine look. Can you do that, Joey?
Yeah. Um, ac-
Hey!
women are taking over the barbershop right now. I mean, by the day, it's like it's just keep growing and growing and growing with ladies in the barbershop. Yeah.
Awesome. I got a referral for you, but let's
Okay.
do something else before we do that.
Okay.
All right, let's hit the souvenirs.
Oh, we got the souvenirs. We got the souvenirs. This is my segment, Joey.
Okay.
Chris, so she don't take it over my show, Chris. She don't taking it over.
Well, you took over my unpack because you know Joey the best, so I gave you that. So now I'm taking back over the souvenirs, my friend. But we
Fair,
have learned
fair.
a lot in this very brief conversation we've had with Joey. And so the souvenirs is really wrapping up some takeaways from the conversation, right? What I heard from you, Joey, as a takeaway is all of my clients deserve the best. All of
Yeah.
my clients deserve the best. And so, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, but also as a community, we need to understand that we deserve the best. And so, when we patronize a business, we should be treated with the level of customer service that makes us feel like we deserve the best. And that's what you're accomplishing with your. So, that's my souvenir number one. My souvenir number two is that you do more than just cut here. You know, you
Definitely.
wash here, you provide information about products, you keep up on the latest trends in the industry that you're able to share not only with your clients, but with other entrepreneurs. Like you were sharing the scheduling app with other barbers, right? So there's always, you do more than just cut here. And the biggest takeaway I have is like, Joey's not just for dudes. He's not a barber just for dudes. He'll take care of the ladies as well. So there you go. What you got, Tristan? What's your
Well, my
souvenir?
takeaway is time. Time
Yeah.
is extremely, extremely important. And we just have to be able to look at the time that we have is to provide the best service that we could for our clients in that kind
Mm-hmm.
of way. Joey was so far ahead of it for me that when he first decided to use the app, I think I want him to like Joey dog, I ain't even really kicking it with this app. I ain't want to download no extra app. I ain't doing nothing extra. And he bear with me for a little while. I mean, real gonna be real. You see what I'm saying? And when you have that relationship, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
he bear with me for a little while. He was like, "Dog, you get that app." And then that was it. He spoke about letting you know that it's fundamental things like the washing your hair. You get certain people that will just not deal with certain situations and
Mm-hmm.
not explain it to you. So my
Yeah.
takeaway is sometimes just don't stop providing a service or count that person out. You have to be able to explain what a situation is. Let them
The
help
why.
to understand that you messing up my business. You see what I'm saying? I get other people are coming after you, and by you doing this, I can't take care of the other people that I need to take care of. Therefore, no client is really more important than anybody else. You know, he treats
Mm-hmm.
us, I want to say the same. You know, kind of we all need that quality care that he's going to give, and that's what it is that I take away from what this Joey was saying.
Mm.
What about you, Chris? What you taking away?
He's like, I
I,
gotta
I
come here
kind of
for
I
Marvel.
want to save it for the next 30 seconds when I got the window. So I got some quotes
Uh,
ready. A couple of
Uh,
quotes.
okay, so Joey, from those takeaways, did we miss anything? Anything else you want to add or share for our listening audience?
Out of share. Well, basically, I think I have said everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I just I'm one of the barbers that I just keep up on trends, new stuff, introduce new stuff, technology, new haircuts. So I just try to upgrade myself so I could share it with my clients and keep them up to date on new styles
Mm.
and trends. You know.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Chris, what we doing? We taking in the view?
Let's take in the view. All right. So I got two quotes ready.
Ah.
Uh, First one is by Jerry Weintraub. and it says relationships are the only thing that matters in business and in life.
Mhm.
Been talking about the importance of relationships here, and then I think the thing that really brings it home here for this episode is by Stephen R. Covey. Little kindness and courtesies are so important. In relationships, the little things are the big things.
Mhm.
And so, Joey, to your point, I mean, even people standing in line, your day one customers, the people that you want to make sure are not necessarily get priority, but are taken care of and still feel that same effect that they did when they met you the first time that you cut their hair. The fact that you introduced, the scheduling app and things like that, and kind of introduced that to the island to help other entrepreneurs or other barbers, build better relationships with their clients. I think just kind of speaks to your level of commitment to making sure that the client and the customer is taken care of. It's a lot of entrepreneurs can get caught up in what they want their business to be or what they want their service to be, but in reality, their business or service is nothing without the client's interpretation of that or their experience with that. So I just want to, kind of give a shout out to you. And, Tristan has said nothing but great things about you and your relationship together when every time he goes and, feels like a movie star coming out of the barber chair. But it's just really important, to really focus on the client that at the end of the day, that is all that matters is that client experience, their relationship with them, and taking the time to actually maybe change somebody's perspective if they're having a bad day or if they feel down about how they look and you're like, no, I can make you look like a movie star. I think is only helping to elevate and bring people up. And it's more than going to get a haircut. Again, I said it kind of jokingly, but you come out with a fresh cut and a fresh perspective. But I think that really, from what I'm gathering, is kind of your selling point and the reason why you have so many people lining up to get in your chair is because you are able to provide that for your customers and again just kind of build that client experience that keeps growing because of what you're able to provide. And Tristan, you can probably attest to that, give a testimonial. But no, I just think that's really important of what you're doing. So I appreciate it.
If I could
Right,
jump in
thank
there real quick, the best marketing is word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have your clients talk about your service is your best marketing. And even though Tristan might say he's good, we know it because we see how much better Tristan looks after he's been in Joey's chair.
I tell you, all you gotta do is go back to season one.
My bro to be looking tight.
Tell you, it's crazy, and to me the best part about it too is like when you run into fellow entrepreneurs, right? The show's about finished guys, but just bear with me for a couple. It's when you run into other entrepreneurs. When I told Joey I was doing a podcast, I'm like, yo, Joey, I think I might need a cut every week, every 2 weeks. Joey was like, well, they get it up, everything there. But part of my issue is, and Joey could tell you, is time. The structure of my day don't work how it is. We really plan for it to work. So 5 o'clock might be his cutoff. And I spoke about like getting these later appointments. 5 o'clock might be the cutoff, but Joey there at 5:30. I think the other day I was coming off a production, and I was like, yo, Joey, I 10 minutes late. From 10 minutes late, I reached 15 minutes late. To anybody else, 5 minutes would make a difference. Yep. You see what I say? You see, he laughing, but like that's it. And I could actually, when I walk in and we late, I'll be like, Joe, you could do it or you can't. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And ain't like I want to put him in a position where like he'd have to tell me no, I just push in my luck. It's the fact that Joey know I respect his time. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you were like, when I get lunch right now, it just so happened like I tell you could come at this time because I get lunch. And during his lunch break, he cleaned me up. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the things that when you have not just businesses, but when you provide a certain type of quality, a certain type of a service, you can't go anyplace else. Like you really can't. Like those thoughts don't even bottom. Like part of my thought process. Like Joey tell you like, Shalanda, I come and I be like, well, Joey want to hear this week or like he been someplace, so like that's it. Joey knows if I know he leaving the day before he leave, I book in with him because I ain't cutting until he come back. You see what I'm saying? And that's just it. So we're gonna just wrap up this episode on a note of service. Service, your service goes a very long way. Joey never paid me to say anything. Joey ain't never had to be like, hey Tristan, tell him what you think. You see what I'm saying? Because I respect his business, I respect the service that he gives so much that I gonna speak about it. Nobody can tell me different. I don't know about anybody else. Barbers, I started my son off with him. And Joey know, like, I believe in this thing so much that my son don't even cut his hair with Joey because my son got go to the barber and cut his hair. And that's it. We got to take care of the people that take care of us. So thank you, Joey. Thank you for another episode of Entrepreneurship. You know what? We're going to do a follow-up. We got to understand Joey a little more. He over here just smiling, laughing, and getting out. So sit tight. Don't see if we could squeeze Joey into our next segment or something. We could really get to know who he is, man. But all right, guys. Enjoy your trip.
Good. Joey, thank you for joining us, Trippers. We'll see you next week with a follow-up with Joey here.
All right. Get it. Okay.
Thank you for taking this trip with us. We hope you had a great time. Join us every Tuesday for another dose of X.T.C. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit us at theentrepreneursstrip.com for more entrepreneurship tips and trips. See you next time.